think we're just going to go ahead and get started. A little bit early, but I feel like this mission is going to take a while, so we're going to try to push this out. I want to see if we can't get this completed. We may not today, but welcome back, everybody. I do so appreciate you all being here today. I'll hit the live button just momentarily. Damn, you're early. I mean, 30 minutes? Yeah, I guess that's early. It's not as early as I wanted to start, to be honest. I wanted to start like an hour to 2 hours early. It's just one of those days where everything I want to do, I don't feel like doing. Or everything I need to do, I don't feel like doing. So I just get like, meh. And would rather be streaming. So unfortunately, we just I made sure to wait, but I just couldn't wait anymore. I so do enjoy my Icarus time, playing and trying to make progress, and really looking forward to getting this final mission done. If you weren't here last time, we started our final mission, although this one gives us 30 hours to complete and is quite a long one, I feel. So we're going to see if we can't finish it off today. If we can't, then we'll finish it off next Sunday and then move into the open world and hopefully do batteries and upgrading of some bases. I haven't hit the live button, so you are right now not seeing the... You're probably still seeing the timer. The game is taking a little bit longer to load than usual for some reason. There it goes. Alright, let's go ahead and hit that there live button and bam. Then, there we go. Oh man. Looking forward to getting back into this and seeing what deal here. Character select. But yeah, we traveled to the Arctic region. We picked up the actual mission. We unlocked a new backpack so we can do a bunch of mining and pretty much have to build out a wind turbine to power up a ship and send it on its way back to space. But in order to do all that, we are, of course, going to need a fabricator. First up on the list is obviously going to be getting their machine bench, and then all the different furnaces and cement mixers, carpentry benches, things like that, in order to even build the extra furnaces. It's going to be a process. But this new backpack, I'm really hoping will actually speed up the process in the fact that it gives extra resources when mined. Especially like the gold, copper, and platinum, which you're going to need to build out these things in the first place. We do have some titanium and a mount, which means hopefully we can get around the map a little bit easier and get all this stuff done in a timely manner. Let's see how efficient we can be today. Well, hello, Moa. The textures haven't loaded in yet. Why is it saying this is mineable? That whole rock is mineable? Alright, well, if we need stone, we'll take that with us. Fine by me. Which we probably will do. Oh, this one is too. Perfect. There is platinum in this mine. Hoping that there's titanium somewhere as well. Either way, the Moa is holding stuff for us. The sooner we can get this thing charging, the better as well. And if you look on the 3-day forecast up there, there's a lot of nasty weather coming our way as well. So, a lot to do. geez, where to start? So we got that. Machining bench, first on the list. We need more iron, we need more nails, epoxy, so we're going to need to go out and do some hunting. And we can get the nails right now. So let's get those cooked. Let's go ahead and make 100 rope. So we're going to need a bunch. And we're going to need to repair these in the machine bench. Our new pickaxe is ready to go. We got some salted meats. We got an extra torch. We do have some epoxy going. And we've got plenty of arrows for a little bit. We've got our extra bed in case we need to go anywhere. Okay. Nails are done. Iron, we have the epoxy, just need the iron. So, top priority. But yeah, like I said, backpack gives us yield for mining gold, copper, and platinum. So we're not going to get anything for the iron, unfortunately. Pneumonia is going to make this very difficult. I can't even swing my weapon. Ugh. So yeah, that's a real problem. It's partially due to the cold, I'm sure. That's what happens when you're in a desert cave. It gets real cold. We're going to have to keep that in mind as we're working here. The way the nodes in this game break up is kind of satisfying, though. Until you can't reach the entire node because it's stuck in a wall. That can be a little bit frustrating, to put it politely. Although you don't need to mine the nodes anymore once you get to a high enough place in the open world, so it's tolerable. A lot about this game is, like, the core gameplay is a lot of fun. They've done a lot of things right with this game, survival game wise, and I thoroughly enjoy it. Is it perfect? No. Is there a perfect survival game? Nope. But I would definitely do what a lot of the more modern survival games would do, and if I were to make a survival game, and take the parts of survival games that I like and just incorporate them into my game, which is something like Enshrouded did. Took bits and pieces from, like, Zelda and Conan and a lot from Valheim. And it worked out really well. But there's other games that attempt to do that. Like that, I don't know, what's it called? That Soul Mask game? I tried the demo for it. Was not one I enjoyed, unfortunately. And they took a lot from other games as well, but in that case, I don't feel like it worked quite as good. I got what they were going for. And then you get other games that are trying to be like wholly original. That just goes so far out of the box that it's not even a box anymore. It's just more like a mound. And inside that mound, there might be granules of good stuff, but as they add stuff on top of that mound, it just becomes overly convoluted, and it's like, me. Move on to the next game, you know? Go get a bunch of iron cooking. We need 40 just for the bench itself. So while we wait for that, why don't we get some bones for some epoxy? Oh, hey. Like Uber Eats. Got a special delivery. Give me that. Jeremy, good to see you. Very, very good to see you, as a matter of fact. Things feeling any better for you lately? Slow improvements. Look, I would take slow improvements over no improvements or going backwards. So, I hope that continues. Even if it's painfully slow, I want you to get better, or at least get things to a manageable point. Sandstorm, huh? Alright, well, we're not too worried about that. You can make paints with sulfur. It's too bad the paints are only used to make pictures and not actually be able to dye things. Split biome weather. Yeah, if I move too far in any direction, it's like, oh, by the way, you're in this biome now. See? Oh no, thunderstorm. It's not the most convenient of places to build a base, but it keeps us between the biomes that we need to visit, so it'd be nice to customize suits. The suit I can live without. Let me dye my saddles. Let me paint my walls for, like, my base. I think that's the real reason I don't really get into the building in this game. Like, there's such a limit to the customization in it that it's... I don't know. It'd be cool to see your suit in this light here. right? But you don't see yourself very often unless you're playing in third person. Um, and I'm not 100% fond of the third person in this, but I'm sure there's people that are, and that would be cool for those people. But I think for most people, being able to change the colors of your house, dye the saddles for your animals, change the color of your weapons, which you see all the time regardless of what screen you're in, would probably be more along the lines of something that you'd want. Like, I want to take this bench and make it purple. Why? It looks like junk. Just because. That's all. Like, just because. Machine bench craft. Nice and easy. One machine bench. Deployed that. Okay, and from here, we need to work towards the fabricator, or else we're not going to be able to make any sort of power. We also need biofuel stuff, and for that alone, we're going to need the cement mixer. So, cement mixer is going to be our top priority next. So, rope, iron, stone, reinforced wood. It's easy. Alrighty, Tashi. So, let's see. We have the rope. Reinforced wood. We already have the nails, iron, and stone. One cement mixer. Was there a new mount? The last new mount they added was the Tusker, but it's not on this map. It's only on sticks. Alright. We need stone. Didn't know that? Yeah, it's a shame that it's only on sticks. Like, I would like to use all the creatures on all the maps. I'd like it if they made it so that way we could use Daisy as a mount. But I think they're a ways away from making any sweeping changes as far as the mount system is concerned. They did hint at the fact that they were planning on making sweeping changes to the taming system, although they didn't specify as to when we would see any progress with that. So it's a wait and see thing at this point. we need some sap. It's easy enough to get some wood. We're going to need a lot of sap on this mission, so let's get that. Let's get that. And that should allow us to make this stuff. While we're waiting for the sap, let's see if we can't get some more bones. Not yours, Moa. Relax. And go from there. I mean, every time I try to leave, we just get delivered a present. So why not? Hey, there we go. Bestiary weakness unlocked. Okay. What is a goat's weakness? I'm betting it's headshots. Avalon, hello, buddy. Welcome. Ah, got away. Deer seem faster to me today. Maybe my brain's just running slow, which is always so about normal speed. And also, I didn't sleep very well, but that's also always so. So, typical day. I'm just gonna take a little bit longer to get the bones that I want. It may just be easier to hunt rocks. Haha! Goat! At least we got something. Kind of hoping there was a bear. We could always go into the desert. There's like a billion animals in the desert, like all the time. And there's also elephants, which have a lot of bones. Could go into the Arctic region and kill off mammoths for lots of bones. Ooh, buffalo have lots of bones. And 2 babies. This is perfect. Buffalo bones. Come here, baby. Awesome. The scapegoat. 100%. Oh, hi! Excellent. Ah, couldn't make it up on the rock. Come here, bunny. I need you to help me make wolves spawn. Give me that. Huh? Alright, that rock has no, like, anything. Cool. Just walked right through that rock. I hear a doggo! Come here, puppy. How do you like that electricity? Come on. Come on, puppy. Come here, puppy. Oh, who's a boozer? What? Wonder if it counts as shelter? I don't know. We can go back and look right after I heal this bleeding. I guess it's not all the rocks that are shaped like that. I wonder why it's just that one. Doesn't seem to. I'm not getting a little house symbol at any rate, so. Where'd that horse go? Looking for a horse, found a puppy. Quick, let me eat some bees. Guess not. Alright, well. Ooh, moa food. I'll take that and that. I'm so dead. I can't move. I'm literally stuck in a tree. That's real good, game. Let me go. Where are these bees? Get! Where are these bees? Right here. Get out of here. Out of here. Come on. Jeez. I'm surprised that's still a bug. If you walk too close to a tree or bump into it in just the right way, your character's animations get locked into place and you just can't walk away from the tree. No! This is my bear meat. You go on and you get it. Go away, bees. Anybody else want a piece of this bear? No? Good. My bear. Oh, is that what I'm hearing? Okay. We'll take your bones too, buddy. Don't you worry. We're equal opportunity deboner here. Johnny, welcome. I hear a bar. Where you at? Got him. Goat. How's that corner working out for you, everybody? Not good, huh? Well then. This is great. This cave is so good for animals. Look at this. Okay, get some of that cooking. We're gonna need more silica. The pack trap. It basically, yeah. This whole cave is a trap. It's working pretty good because we need a lot of bones, so yeah, I'm liking it. Alright, let's get some silica. And we should make a steel knife just in case our knife breaks. Go. Yeah, we could do that. We definitely could. But we're also going to need the leather for other projects as well, including keeping ourselves in arrows. So for the time being, the animal hunting thing isn't exactly something I'm upset by. Having the extra foods isn't going to be bad either, because this mission's going to be a little bit of a long run. Plus, if they just keep throwing themselves at us, they might as well say, please, epoxy me. What? Alright, whatever. See what I mean? They're practically begging for it. It would draw animals, yes. I think doesn't it like deter non-predators? I want a little bit of everything. If I was looking specifically for predators so we could get our level up, sure. I don't know if that's factual, by the way, so. There's some berries for you, Moa. Why are you having such a hard time with this? Just take a step to the side, now eat. Jeez. Okay, cement. And then we're gonna need epoxy and iron. There we go. Cement furnace. Next, we need a little bit more of that, and we're going to need copper and one more iron. One more iron. Alright, well. Finally, I had to relax and watch. Fantastic. I am glad to have you here, Tashi. As always. Feel free to not answer. I'm curious to see what is actually preventing your being able to relax before. Ah, okay. By the way, in case everybody didn't see, I did post tomorrow's stream. I'll be doing some Pacific Drive. Been looking forward to playing that one for a long time. Haven't done anything beyond the demo for it. Supposedly it gets pretty darn good towards the middle of the game there. Oh, that's aluminum. We might end up needing aluminum, but might as well get some copper going too. Not like saving our pickaxe or anything right now, considering we have one that we can repair. Electric furnace is going to need some of this. Interested in watching you play Pacific Drive? Yeah, it looks really cool. Like, it's a really neat concept. It sounds a little bit more linear than most of the survival games that I usually play, but they pack a lot of detail into some of the smaller zones that you can go into. And there's a lot of cosmic stuff going on that just makes you want to go around and investigate all these things. And so rather than having a large like dead world where there's like nothing to really do or explore, they give you this tightly packed area full of story and plenty of things to destroy. I'm okay with that compromise. As long as the base gameplay is fun, that's the biggest thing. I keep thinking I'm seeing... Oh, up, right there. Alright. I may have to get some more caves, but luckily where I'm at, I think there's several. Okay, get some more of that cooking. Deploy that. And then let's go get some gold, aluminum, all those fun things. At least get a start on the titanium as well. Come on, game. Let me move. Doesn't seem to be anything up on the walls. I heard a hyena. Ooh, here we go. More copper. Yeah, we'll take that. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay out of that politics stuff, but yeah. What I can say, however, is if you're not happy with your situation, I'm sorry that you're not happy with it. And I hope that the situation changes in a manner that you can be happy with. Seeing people unhappy is never a good thing, regardless of what side of the fence you're on. Keep feeling like I'm seeing a pickaxe pop up here somewhere. Ugh, I hate the fact that there's copper there and I can't get it. Arg! Oi! This is not okay! Out! Why is everything spawning in the cave all of a sudden? And why are there 50 million of them? Hey, elephant, are you stuck? Wow. Rude. Come here. What is that neck turn? It's rabid, you can tell. I'm doing it a favor at this point. Plus, these things have like a billion. Look at them ear piercings. Give me that. Give me mine. Yeah, this cave system's been the most insane thing I've played in this entire game. No idea what's going on over here. Oh my god! Stop what you're doing with the spawning in the cave! No! Free food for you, Bacon. Gone. Just, like, they're not even spawning outside the cave and walking in. They're just spawning in the cave. Alright, fine. We're leaving the corpses there. We're wasting time at this point. We need to get moving here. Jeez. We also need to go find another cave. I don't think there's any down here. I don't recall there being any. There might be some in here, in this little area. I know there's some along this river, so we could hit the desert and get some more iron and stuff, because we're definitely going to need it. Let's get things working and see what we want to work towards next. Gold. Get some more of that going. Okay, so we were working towards this. We need more cement. We need steel, so we need to make that. Bad puppy! Bad, 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 bad. Did you get my message about tomorrow? Depends on where you sent it. If you're talking about what you said yesterday, then I think you said you wouldn't be able to be here. Otherwise, no, I have no idea. And I apologize. It's probably my memory being junked. If the cave wire module would help. Just building a wall would probably help. But I'm not too overly concerned about it, to be honest. Jimmy. Or Jeremy, rather. Sorry. No, read up. I was probably distracted. Message deleted? Why does it say message deleted? Hold on. I can't do anything in this cave. We gotta move homes. This is ridiculous. I have no stamina to shoot. Oh my god. I apologize. It says I deleted the message, but it's probably this stupid tablet. Let me tab out of the game so I can fix this. Cave along, make some pills. Won't be there tomorrow because power's going off at 12. No, I didn't see that message, Tashi. I apologize. No, I think it's another one of those situations where I try to scroll up on my tablet and it's like, oh, you held this button for this long, so guess what? Now we're just gonna do a thing and not actually give you the option to do a thing. So I do apologize, Tashi. That was just my tablet being junk. But it was definitely my fault, regardless. So yeah, apologies. No, I did. I guess I missed that message. I don't see it listed here anywhere. But tomorrow you're not gonna be out. The power goes out at 12. Got it. You never have to apologize to me about anything. I appreciate the heads up, though. That's all good. Don't worry about it either way. I fully understand the situation that you're in, and hopefully one day that won't be the case. Okay. Don't want you to worry. No, like I said, I do appreciate the heads up. No. That's great. Just don't have anything crazy happen in your life between now and then. Or now until the next time I see you. Because I want to ask you how you've been the next time you show up and have you say really good. Instead of listing off everything bad that's happened. You know, that's all. Now I'm hearing scorpions. I think there's a scorpion somewhere in this cave eating those corpses that we left at the other end of the cave. Steel was what we were working on, right. Which map are you playing on? The original map, Johnny. The very first map in the game. Yes, Olympus. We need one of these biofuel cans. And then we just have to wait for a steel to cook. Bam. And then we make some steel screws. And we make our biofuel thing. There we go. Oi! No doggos allowed. The bad puppy. Did you not get the email? Oh, I'm sorry, buddy, but no puppies. Coming in here trying to eat my mulch. What's wrong with you? On the bright side, there's iron out here that I forgot to get, so we could use that too. plenty of stone in here if we end up needing it at some point as well. We're gonna need this aluminum so we can make the electrical wire. And I'm not sure if we're gonna need some of it. What is it for this? No, it needs to be cooked aluminum to make the composite paste, so we'll cook that too. Get some more iron going. I want to say that's it for this cave, which is unfortunate. Anyway, we got our biofuel thing down. We got a biofuel canister. Let's go gather up a bunch of that deer fiber and toss it in here with some sap. Because we need a full can of biofuel in order to complete this mission. Since... What? I mean, I'll take it, but I didn't realize there was salt right here. The desert side not have anything. Not anything I need right now. Unless you have something more specific to ask. I'm not sure what exactly you're thinking I should try to get over there. I don't even know what that was in reference to. I got so distracted there for a moment, and I apologize. Oh, no, yes, so at the other side of the cave, we already cleared that out. The cave that we're in. Already cleared. Now, I know that there's some caves along this river, so when we do need more ores, we'll go out there and get them. But yeah, both sides of the cave are clear. We're going to need oxide and wood as well to start making some stuff out of that. We should probably make a second mortar and pestle for that. We need that organic resin. How much inventory space do we have? Let's get this in the cooker, and then we'll go on an oxide and wood run. Just got a fresh IV. I mean, that definitely takes precedent over anything that I'm doing, so go get your medical needs tended to. That is 100% the most important thing. Okay, there's all that. How we doing in here? Still cooking. How we doing over here? Still doing platinum. Alright, we'll leave that go. Got some salt going. Make a second mortar and pestle while we're here. Morphine? Well, in your condition, I'm assuming that that's a good thing. I could imagine that that condition is probably very painful. When it's used properly and medically, that's a good thing. It can be abused, but when treated by a doctor, it's probably a good thing. Okay, we got all that done. We've got the second mortar and pestle. It's about to storm. We will need some sulfur for other stuff. I'll just grab one note of it since it's close. And then we'll focus on getting some oxide. You know what I forgot? We don't currently have the backpack that gives us storm resistance or the backpack that gives us regen. That's why we're getting so messed up. It's like, why am I taking so much damage all of a sudden? It all makes sense now, huh, Bacon? Stamina depleted. This is what pneumonia does to people. Yes, it did. I do indeed have the ion backpack. It should help us speed up this mission a bit. I could also try calling down a bunch of ores and stuff like that, but I'm not in that much of a hurry. I just want to enjoy my time in Icarus because we are slowly getting towards the end, and that's kind of sad. Sounds like this storm is knocking down some trees, which is good. We'll go ahead and gather those up after this last bit of oxide. Save the red points. Yeah, we're going to be going back to the open world hopefully next week and getting some more reds so we can purchase the knife and whatever else comes up in the future. There's a lot of things that I'd like to purchase, but we're not specifically going for the reds. We will be getting them while we're in the middle of doing other things, but like I want to get... My main focus is trying to build out those extra bases around the red nodes where we can kind of automate the red gathering a bit. I want to put some cleaners out there to clean out the red nodes. Put some better, defenses. So that way we don't have as big an issue out there with our MOAs and stuff getting killed. And then we want to go and try to get some purple caves done. Oh no. Am I stuck on something again? Get off. What am I stuck on? I'm not that overburdened. Why can't I move? Is it because of the exposure? It's because of the exposure. It's because of the exposure. I've crippled my legs and I'm bleeding numbers apparently. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. Yeah, okay, there we go. Whoa, whoa, relax. Where are you going? Give me that. Well, time for me to head to bed. Have a great stream, Blazze. Nice to catch up with you on stream. Sort of time spending here. Alright, buddy. I always appreciate you stopping by. If we have the opportunity, we should try to do some of that small land stuff. I hate seeing you struggle, buddy. But I do like watching your streams, so have yourself a good one. Try to make it to your next one. There we go. We're full. Let's head back to base. If only I could write proper. Small Lands is rough. It is a very rough game whenever you're first getting started. And the changes they made for 1.0 made the game significantly harder. They start you out in such a terrible spot. The decision making on their end was not fully there for that. Either way, it gets better, buddy. It does. Another deer, right into the cave. The most sensitive spot, the tail. Oh, wait, that's a spine. Never mind. No comment about the gravity bear. I love this game, but I just have no comment about that. I don't think I'd have the patience to small land. I have a series currently running on small land, and it was made when 1.0 for the game launch was supposed to come out. It was a real struggle towards the end to finish up the content because the direction that they've been taking the game lately has been just not to my liking. Not to say the game isn't fun, just the decision making is a little odd. They have this whole faction system in the game now that I'm just not fond of. They have, in which you have to go and get points, and then you need 1 billion of these points in order to purchase things, and then these points take forever to get. Like, they've made the game significantly more grindy, and I just don't like that. The game was already fun, and then you made it so that way you need hours upon hours upon hours upon hours to get the points that you need in order to even reset your skills. And then your animals have, like, that you can get as a mount are basically useless because even if you were to up them to the highest end, they they're not useful. And the one mount that is, which is a flying mount, once you get it and you get towards endgame, you're not allowed to use it anymore. Because there's these cannons that will like 1 to 3 shot your mount. It makes no sense. Why give us flyers and then tell us we're not allowed to use them? By having auto turrets kill them the second that you get into the high-end zones. Honestly, like, I might go back to Small Land after a while to play it, because I did like the early game is fun. But this is the same issue that I have with Ark. Like, the early game is fun. Getting all these mounts is fun. Doing the story is fun. The grinding after you get to max level just becomes a chore and a waste of time, because the game punishes you for getting to high end, to getting to that next tier. It's such an odd design choice that I'll never understand. You know what? Let's save these extra seeds in case we want to make food for the Moa. High rewards are forbidden. Basically, that's what it feels like half the time. Like, I did an early review for Small Land on my channel. It did like 1,200 views, and for a small YouTuber, that's pretty good. And I absolutely loved what they had, but like I said, as soon as they started adding stuff into the game, it just got more grindy, and unnecessarily so. Like, the game was already fun. Let us go out, kill a boss, learn how to make some new gear, go grind, get that gear built, and then go out and kill another boss for a new set of gear. Why do I now, instead of going out and having fun, have to waste time by grinding a bunch of resources that have nothing to do with building out the gear to sell to a trader for such an arbitrarily small amount of money that you have to make 30 trips, and you either wait several hours for these items to respawn so you can go give them to the trader, or you reset the game back to the desktop so that the way the items respawn anyway, and then take them to the trader, and then do that several times, and then you only unlock the gear, and now you have to go back and build out the gear, but you only get one item from each enemy that you kill in order to build the gear, so you have to kill like 30 of these creatures in these high level zones where you're not allowed to fly, or you get shot and just die, or lose all your mounts. Like, what? Why? Grinding doesn't even help the odds against boss. Yeah, you're absolutely right about that, because what happens then is you're forced to rely on this RNG system on top of everything else to give you a gear score upgrade. Like, unnecessarily grindy on top of RNG is not fun. Like, a little RNG, if done right, can be good. But you can't also make your game so unbelievably grindy that it just feels like a chore to do. I don't know. I still like the early game in that. I really, really do. The late game just isn't for me, though. I get so bored, and it becomes so tedious. Let's see. Shotgun. I'm gonna stop rambling now. I gotta get to work here. Get to work here. We need to... Come on, stop being stuck, buddy. We need to grab these two pieces. Let's figure out what we need to fix them. We need to repair the thruster. Can be repaired at the machining bench. And we have to repair, what is this? The guidance system. Here's our thruster. We need titanium. So, one thruster fixed. Sorry, you don't have nothing to apologize for, Jeremy. I appreciate the conversation and the ability to have a platform to rant on. So, and some people like hearing other people's opinions about stuff. I mean, otherwise reviews wouldn't be popular on YouTube. So, our other one is a guidance system. It's apparently not called a guidance system. What is it called? It is called a guidance system. What? Thruster. Navigation system. We need carbon fiber and electronics. Electronics isn't hard. Carbon fiber isn't hard. That's what we made some of these for the electronics and the carbon fiber. So let's see. We're gonna need that aluminum. We're gonna need the epoxy and the silica. So silica. Don't jump into the fire, please. Epoxy. So, how many are we going to need to self-craft? No, it specifically says the machine bench. We're good to go. We've got what we need. We're going to need 10 carbon fiber for that. What do we need for, let's say, tech? What do we need for the wiring? We could go ahead and unlock that. Wiring tool. We're going to need 14 in total. Are we going to need any for the wind turbine? I'm not going to need the water tool. Compound bow probably wouldn't be too bad. I don't know. Jeremy says yes. Wind turbine. We're going to need 5 for the wind turbine. We need 4 for this and 10 for that. So we need 19 in total. Let's start with 19 and go from there. Let's go ahead and eat as well. Let's get some more of this cooking too. In case we need more steel, I want to get some sticks burnt down. But yeah, that gives us those 3 things. We're going to need electronics, so whatever is left in here, we'll start making electronics with. There's our 19. Let's get that cooked. There's our epoxy. There's that. Get that cooked. Gold. Gold. Max that out. Give me a bunch of gold wire, please. Get this maxed out. Give me a bunch of copper wire. And then we'll start working on electronics, where actually it's not going to take too long. How much power needs? 1,000. I looked at it already at the ship yesterday. It's just 1,000, so we're good to go. One wind turbine set off somewhere, and then run the wires. We'll be fine. We do, however, after yesterday's mishap, need to make another one of these. And we have sulfur. We do. Give me that. We need more fiber. Let's go get fiber before we run out. But yeah, I appreciate the conversation, Jeremy. I don't know. I really, really do. But make sure that your health is the most important thing. If the doctors are telling you to get some rest, you turn this stream off right away and get some rest. I want to hear about some recovery, not some relapsing. Probably don't need that many. Let's just make 2 for now. We do have extra fiber in there. Whoops. But there is our fire for later. Sticks and stones might break my bones. Actually, they probably would, so not gonna continue that. 19 done. Perfect. Turn this off. Actually, give me the platinum too. Toss that in there. Electronics is what we need. So, in order to do any of these things, we need the fabricator first. One more. We need 30 electronics. We don't have enough. We need to go mining to get more copper. We've got so much to do. So much to do. Feels so far away, but it's really not. I think now is as good a time as any. Just to run to the restroom, and then we'll head into the desert and start doing more mining. Let's deactivate that. Do we have any furnaces running? No. Okay. On the bright side, we've managed to get a lot done so far. Helps with the distraction. It would help me with a distraction too. Especially grief. Yeah. You and I aren't too far apart. I couldn't even imagine being in that situation, and I almost was, so I really feel for you. But yeah. I don't even want to think about it, and we don't even have to discuss it if you don't want. But I'm super glad if I could make everybody in the world smile at least once. Despite what's going on in reality, then I feel like I've done good in my life. So I hope to continue to provide that distraction for you, my friend. And if I'm not doing a good enough job keeping you distracted, go and find somewhere where you can, because it's important. Go get your snack and enjoy yourself. For everybody else, I apologize, but I am going to use the restroom because guess what? Nature dictates these things, and ignoring them is bad for your health. So I will be right back momentarily. I apologize. apologize. Let us continue. Game is unmuted. Just turn on some lights. Go ahead, eat some food. And we got to go do all the electronics things. So, we're going to grab our mower here. And head on to that there desert. Come, mower. Oh, wait. We did grab the movement speed bonus stuff for the mount, so we should be able to get there rather rapidly. Let's mark our location here. I think there's a ramp over here that we can get down, right over here. But all up and down this river should be stuff, so why don't we head right over this way and jump down and just sort of follow the river. We'll try to get a bunch of gold and copper while we're out. Oh no, it's dark. Here, stay here, Moa. Get yourself a drink or something. We'll just leave the fire on. I want that charcoal anyway. Come, Moa. We have caves to plunder. I did it again. I did it again. I went straight for that rock. Took a left. It was like, oh, I'll just go this way. And who knows, maybe we'll find some exotics while we're out too, which would be great. We'll toss those in the ship as well. Here we go, perfect. I feel like a lot of the caves are on this side of the river, so I'll stick to this side, see what we find. But I'm absolutely enjoying my time here in Icarus and hope to continue to stay entertained. Because I have to be honest with you, and if I stop being entertained and start feeling like it's a chore to keep logging in, I will definitely be stopping. For the time being, we have so much more content to do that I'm not even worried about it. And I am glad that we slowed down a bit, so that way there's no burnout situation. Yeah, you need some badly. Yeah. Yeah, I do. I am very low on the exotic front, Tashi. I'm not a grinder. I'm not. I can't bring myself to do it. I like that we can get the exotics passively from caves. Like, that's great. But going out just to do that and then sit around and wait for it to get done and then go and do something else and wait for that to get done, it burns me out. Like, it just really, really does. Apparently, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I recall hearing early on that there was some exploits allowing people to get like massive amounts of exotics, and some people are just like capped out. A order of them. Nothing wrong with that. Look, if you like the game to the extent that that's something that you have, That's awesome. I always want people to enjoy the game that they've purchased and to enjoy playing the game the way they want. By no means is my way the correct way. The whole point of video games is to be an escape from reality for a while. Give you something to enjoy for a bit. If Icarus is that game for you, that's awesome. It's by no means my favorite survival game, but it's definitely up there in the type of survival game that I really enjoy playing. And that's why we're here. Enjoying our time, getting that escapism. Having all of you here to chit-chat with as well has made it even more so a fun experience because, while we're not technically playing together, having you all here to advise me on what I'm doing has definitely helped a lot. Come here, bees. There's a little bit of gold. And lots of copper. A little bit of platinum. We'll take the platinum as well. Gold, copper. No aluminum, huh? No titanium. I mean, we'll take what we can get, so let's get it. There's been actually a lot of survival games that have come out lately that I've been thoroughly enjoying too. Like, I'm expecting to enjoy this specific drive. I'm enjoying Nightingale a little bit less than I thought I would, but the tutorial in that game is also ridiculously long, so I'm not sure what the end game loop is going to be, and so I'm still up in the air as to what I think of the game. I have learned a few things that have made it more fun for me. The always online thing is a little bit frustrating, so I'm probably not going to do any more of a playthrough on that until they take it offline, which they say they're going to be doing soon, giving people the option of an offline mode. Watching creatures rubber band all over the place and swinging and not making contact with the creature because it's not standing in front of you, it's in fact like 30 feet away, is not fun, like, at all. So that game's like on hold until we get an offline mode, or until somebody wants to play together, and then we'll go ahead and pick it back up. But just to load it up and be kind of frustrated is not something I'm willing to do. Enshrouded has probably become one of my top 3 survival games, like, of all time, for sure. The sense of exploration and stuff is so good. Icarus has always been offline. They have servers and stuff that you can play in an online format, but you can ask Josh as well that servers aren't great for Icarus. They're just not. Especially once you've started building out a lot of buildings and then you have multiple people on, like watching the trees slowly fall and take forever before you can start chopping them and get the resources and things like that can be a little bit annoying. The game itself is great, but that's kind of the same issue that I have with Ark. Like, playing the game in single player is fine, except for this newest Ark. But once you go into an online format with multiplayer, the game becomes so unnecessarily bugged out because it gets bogged down with also trying to figure out where you are on the server, and then your creatures fall through the map because of a lag spike or something like that, to the point where it becomes more of a frustration to play than an enjoyment to play. And that's when I'm out. Like, the day the newest Ark came out, I was so excited to get it back onto the channel and begin playing. And then a T-Rex, it took me hours to find, fell through the map. And I was like, no, I'm done. And I haven't looked back. Like, I was even playing on late night stream, Josh's server, and we were having a great time. But allowing myself to get frustrated over a video game is never something I want to do, so. Did I take a wrong turn? Where's my character? Right up here. Is there anything even back here? Is there a cave back in here? Oh, I recognize this place. I actually fell through the map here once. The lag is weird. Yeah. Pay to use the servers? Yes. The servers are paid. You can host dedicated servers. I wouldn't suggest it unless, like, you have it your own, like, machine to run it constantly. This game is pretty brutal on systems, though. I don't know how long you could sustain that. You have to pay for the servers on most of these online things. Like, Nightingale hosts their own, though, and so does Ark. So, like, because Nightingale is always online, like, you're having to deal with anytime you want to play the game and them doing an update, not being able to play because the servers go down. I don't want to do that. Uh-oh. What kind of storm? Heavy sand. Alright. That's not a cave. Makes sense when playing a game, having a server to be able to... Yeah. As a server, playing multiplayer, if that's what you want to do, that's great. If you want to play on a server, but at the same time, those servers have to function. And when you log on to the official servers for Ark, they don't function. When you log into the servers for Icarus, they function, but sometimes it feels like just barely. as much as I really enjoy this game, their server structure could use a little bit of support. But again, I don't think that's one of their top priorities. I think trying to make sure that there's plenty of content to keep people interested so they keep making money, which as a business is what they all want to do, is make money, obviously. But it's also a passion project that they want to continue to do, which is really good for the customers, obviously. And for me, because I want to keep playing more Icarus. Icarus servers are still in beta. Yeah. No, I fully understand that. Which is why I'm saying, like, they're still being supported and still being worked on, and that's a good thing. So I fully understand why they're not in a state where I would call them finished, because they're not. That doesn't by default mean that I should just automatically enjoy them for what they are. And I've played peer-to-peer with players on Icarus, and those work just fine. And of course it could also be the people that are hosting the servers too, right? So it's obviously not all on them either. I would just like to see it get a little bit more stable, and then maybe I'd spend more time on them, in a personal opinion. Icarus still a beta version, not a full... No, Icarus by no means is beta. The servers are in a beta state. You can play the game offline in a single player format and have no issues like that. Yeah, but clarification, the game works fine. The game runs well. The optimization, it could be a little bit better, but it's not so bad and egregious that you can't log in and play on like a low settings, even if your computer is like really old, like 10 years or so old. Like, you're still gonna run the game really well. So Icarus is in a good state. They've even released their first DLC. They completed the first map, which brings it out of early access. And the game is fun. Like, there's nothing wrong with it in that regard. Just the server hosting could be a little bit smoother. That's all. And the servers are in what's in beta. The game itself is a joy to play. Gold. Probably head back after this cave. Titanium, we want that. But yeah, regardless, if you look at, if some people look at games, I do the same, as like an investment, where if you purchase a game for $40, your hope is to get 40 hours of gameplay out of it, because it will cost you like $1 per hour to play the game, and that's a pretty good return. If you look at it that way, that's a good game. Now, with everything getting more expensive, I think $1 per hour of gameplay is huge nowadays. Like, that's a lot of entertainment for just $1. Like, you can't go to the movie theaters and watch a movie for 2 hours and assume that it's gonna cost you $1 per hour. Like, that's not happening. Right now, video games, especially in the indie space, you definitely are getting your money's worth whenever you purchase a game. Like, the game industry has the best return on your money value. The movies and stuff, if you go there, even if you thoroughly enjoy the game, you're paying $10 to $20 depending on whether or not you bought a bunch of snacks and stuff while you were there, just for an hour of entertainment, and the next half hour is another $20. And that's a very short time. And then on top of which, you don't get to keep the product that you purchased to go back and do it again. You have to then wait and pay another $20 to get another hour and a half out of that. So you're ended up paying like $60 to $70 just to watch the movie and then purchase the movie, and then you can start watching it whenever you want. And there's a good chance that you're not even paying that for that 1.5 hours, because a lot of that's credits. I'm pretty sure a good portion of people skip. So, like, if you're gonna get a video game, I don't know. The indie game market seems to be the better option for people as far as money to hours. The AAA space, at least for me, and why I haven't purchased anything AAA in a long time, it's just not worth it. They want to charge people, at least in US currency, they want to charge people $80 for a game. Half the time comes out in a state that's equivalent to early access, and then on top of which charge people ridiculous amounts of money for like microtransactions in a game that's not finished, in a game that's in such poor state that it's hard to even play. Like, I just don't see that as a good return. Like, I would love to see more quality AAA stuff come out in a good condition. They've got, the AAA space has one thing that other companies don't, and that's the quality of graphics and the amount of people working on it to continually push out updates to fix problems. But when you put out a product that is as broken as they have been, especially in the last year or two, like, the second that people launch your game, they're going to be so burnt out on continuing to play your game that they're not even going to come back even if you do fix it. It used to be exactly opposite. People would purchase indie games knowing that the product that they're getting is probably garbage. Nowadays, it's the exact opposite. Like, now you load up a AAA game knowing that it's going to be bad. You get those surprise ones now and again that are really, really good and worth your time, but like, even the big franchises have been doing really bad. Like, When was the last Battlefield put out? When, like, you get the Call of Duties and they have to put out 15 DLCs before the game actually becomes playable. I don't know. I like talking about the gaming industry in general. Like, right now we're not really doing much. Just grinding out some materials and things like that, so. Boo! Where are we at here? We'll put a marker next to this cave and come back. There's titanium, there's a little bit more platinum, 2 titanium, and some more aluminum. But we need to go back and fix our pickaxe. Indie game business imploding? Why would you say that? Indie games have been killing it. What do you mean? Baldur's Gate 3 did amazing. That Enshrouded did really well. Pal World broke records. I'm sure this Pacific Drive's going to do really well. Icarus is holding its own still. Exploding. Yeah, 100% exploding for sure. AAA space is going nuts right now. They're AAA, what is it? That Helldivers was maybe a AA game, but even still did insane numbers, and it's still doing insane numbers weeks later. Granted, I didn't play the game, so whether or not I would enjoy it, like, factually, the game is good. You see that many people playing it, there's no way you can say the game is bad. You can say you don't like the game, or it's not something that you enjoy. Fine, but, like, factually, the game is good, if that many people like it. You don't keep a player base if your game is bad. You just don't. Is this the right spot? It is. Perfect. This is our cave. And I think a big part of why people are starting to gravitate towards and willing to try more indie games is because the indie game industry respects their customers. Not always, but for the most part, because they're indie, they have more on the line and more incentive to make sure that their game comes out in the best state possible. Because their first game from an indie studio that they put out labels the rest of their career in making video games. Oh, this company put out that game? I hated it. I'm not even going to bother with this new one. Oh, this game put out this game and it did really well? I'm absolutely going back to see those ones. And the indie game industry, they speak with their customers, they talk to people. They're willing to go out of their way to try to get feedback from their communities, because not only because they have to, but because they actually care. And they want to put out the best product possible. Like these AAA companies, they don't care at all what you think. People have been telling the AAA companies for years, gambling bad in video games. Loot boxes bad in video games. What does 2K do? They literally put a slot machine in their game with a lever that you have to pull in order to get random rewards. Throw it in your face and tell you that you're an idiot and they're going to do whatever they want anyway. They don't care. 2K doesn't care. EA doesn't care. Ubisoft thinks they're quadruple A all of a sudden. And they can't even pull off indie game levels of competency. Like, it's so bad, the AAA game industry is just so bad. Ubisoft's falling fast. Yeah. Well, that's why they're going so hardcore on trying to make all these new buzzwords and things. They're trying to pull their butts out of the fire when all they have to do is slow down. They don't, not meaning slow down as in take 5 years to build a game. Let's get that clear. They could build a game in a year. They could build a small little game and with very low graphics, but do it in a AAA way where you have 1,000,000 hours of gameplay, no microtransaction, and they would make bank. Over the course of time, add in a few skins, add in a bunch of DLCs that you could play $5-10 for. Don't add in horse armor that costs twice the box price of your game. That's where they're failing. They might get those whales that come in and purchase their game and are willing to pay that. Guess what? The average consumer who would actually be supporting your game and give you the most return aren't going to be purchasing that junk. They're going to move on and purchase another game for the cost of what your horse armor is. Like Assassin's Creed, they're ending the servers. Yeah, even the good products they have, they can't even maintain. It's so sad. I want people, if you have a EA game that you enjoy, go play it. If you enjoy your Call of Duties, if you enjoy your Overwatches, go play them. Enjoy yourself. But guess what? I'm not supporting these companies that literally, to your face, call you a piece of crap and then expect you to purchase their stuff. Ain't happening. I will not ever be supporting a AAA game from these companies unless they can prove to me that they're regretful and mournful for the junk they've been pulling for the last 5 years. Like, I can't bring myself to do it. Oh, I wish I could make an obsidian knife. We need a steel knife. So we need nails, epoxy, and... people are literally suing them for that. Yeah, regardless of how bad they've been doing, I guarantee they have... their lawyers will get them out of that with no repercussions. I guarantee it. Okay, copper. Bam. Let's make some more copper. Bam. And then we need to go get more oxide soon. We needed 30 for the fabricator. We're going to need oxide and silica. So let's go get that next. Get rid of these wolves first that we see hanging out. Epoxy, wood, and nails. We don't have any extra nails. We can make a nails. Nails craft. We'll bring back some bones, I suppose, too. Epoxy. And wood. Wood. But yeah, I got on a little bit of a tangent there. I'm very passionate about games, if you couldn't tell. Hopefully it didn't scare anybody away with my rant. It's like being a parent at this point. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. No! We don't do the calling of buddies here. This is not phone a friend. You silence. Bam. Go ahead and make up a bunch of that. Is that knife done cooking? Perfect. We'll bring that with in case we need it. Sorry, Moa. You gotta stay here, buddy. Actually, it's gonna be nighttime soon, so we'll just do the silica and other stuff if we find it. Ah, silica. Perfect. There's oxide on the other side there. Good. I didn't think we could jump up here, but we got it. It was a pretty good cave run, though. I think we came back with a lot of, not all that we're going to need. It's just a matter of waiting for that stuff to cook. And there's more titanium that we can go get should we need it. We do have a good bit of it, too, so we've got at least another 20 that we can cook up. What's this, copper? You don't want to get too far away because it's going to be dark in no time. Ooh, what was that? Yes, give me that. We'll take that back with us. Got some Moa feed. Moa's like soybean. It's like having a jet engine packed up their butts. Just tooting and getting that turbo boost. Here we go. Some more oxide. But yeah, we're going to need 30 electronics just to get that fabricator. I think we need another 8 for the wind turbine. And then, what was it, another 2? This is a small number for the thruster or whatever that we had to make. Guidance system, I think, is what we have to make still. So, we're making some good progress here. Despite getting a little bit off topic, we continue to make progress. If we're close enough to being able to do the thing, we'll just do it today. That way we can head back into the open world next week. I'm hoping that we can do that today. We've got about an hour left, but now that we're actually making the electronics, it's usually a pretty fast process after that, although it does feel a little bit tedious. They have made the grind significantly less from what it was, which is good. Dig out all these pretty blue gems. Get rid of that stone. We definitely don't need stone. Eat coffee beans for extra stamina. Yeah. I mean, it was goats after all that discovered coffee beans. Little context for anybody that doesn't know that story. There was a farmer outside watching his goats eat these weird little berries off of a bush, and they started acting really energetic and running around and playing a lot more than they normally would. And the farmer's like, what is this stuff that they're eating? It's obviously not hurting them, so I'm going to try it. And then the farmer tried it, said, wow, this stuff gives you so much energy. I'm going to attempt to make a tea out of it. And coffee was born. Although there's certain coffees out there that can only be made by fermenting it inside of a goat. So you have to let the goat digest it before it can be pulled out and then thoroughly cleaned and then ground into coffee. But I think it would be kind of funny to see the moa get like a speed boost from eating coffee. I think they've chosen, though, to go the more realistic route as far as some of those things are concerned. There you go. Give me a bunch more of that. Actually, how much oxygen? Let's steal some of that in case we end up needing it to top up our oxygen bottles. We're at half right now. Why not? We'll just toss it in there. Let's get some more of that cooking. Hey, we got gold. Hey, we got copper. And we've got 1 electronics. We need more epoxy. So let's go make some epoxy. Marola fruit. I've actually heard of that. It's... Is it dangerous for them? Like... I hear stuff like that and I immediately think like catnip. You know, the cats knock over a bottle of this stuff and then just will roll around in it for hours. And then lay there like they're zombies, but like not, it won't actually hurt them because they're not actually getting high. Instead, they're just, it just makes them act a little bit loopy for a little bit. And then there's some cats out there that can't even, that just don't get affected by it at all. It's such an odd plant. The rear of the goat part. Sorry, Jeremy. Alright, let's get a little bit more epoxy going. And then let's get some sap going. Why won't you go? Clear that out. Clear that out. Stop. Give me 100 of that. There we go. And then we'll turn that into epoxy. Most expensive coffee comes from elephants. Oh, really? That's interesting. My daughter recently gave a catnip treat to our cat, and it played with it for a while. Got a little bit loopy and then won't go near it for a week or two, and then all of a sudden you'll just catch him jump on it and go a little bit crazy and then just ignore it again for a few weeks. It's such an odd thing. There we go. We got 50 epoxy coming. We should have, yeah, there we go. We're gonna need more gold wire. Let's get some of that going. More epoxy. Here's 10 of that. That should give us our fabricator. Just give us the 1 for now so we can do the fabricator. And then let's get back to doing the electronics. There we go. We just need some aluminum, which we have 12 in here. Do we have more over here? Not enough. We need 40? Is that what it said? Okay. 28 out of 40. I mean, we're getting there. So, there's all the electronics we need for the fabricator. The next... Oh, we can just go ahead and make this now? Alright, cool. Let's get that out the way. Let's queue that up. So we'll need 5 more electronics. So queue up the 5 that we used. And then once we have the fabricator, we can focus on making that wind turbine, and then we're done. I have no idea what it's called, Jeremy, but that's interesting knowledge. That's... I don't know that I want to watch the process of making that coffee. I absolutely love coffee and would be willing to try it if I knew it was safe to do so. But I would be very nervous. Just need 12. There we go. Bam. 1 fabricator. Okay. Gold, copper, carbon fiber for the wiring thing. Did I miscount? I must have miscounted. We need 3 more carbon fiber. Which means more aluminum and epoxy. Let's see, epoxy. That was not the escape button, by the way. That was, in fact, tilde. Over here. Double check. Because we're low on aluminum. I don't want to have to go back out if we don't have to. Need 3. Oxygen brew. Be careful. Yes. Yes. Yes, yes. Got it. Good call, because I had already forgotten about it. I 100% forgot about it already. Matter of fact, we could probably step down here and top up our water real quick, too. Don't really need to, but we will do so. It's getting cold. We should go take a nap. Bam. Oh, hush. Hush with the weather report. There's that. We go into here. We make 1 electricity tool. Bam. We'll keep that on us. And then we need a wind turbine. So we need another 5. How did I Whatever. Let's get another 5 of those going. Need 8 more electronics. Here's our biofuel can. We can only make 6. We need a little bit more silica, which we don't have. We need 2 more silica. Really? Life means that little to you, huh? Well, there you go then. Surprise! Okay. One piece of silica. I know I got the ones along the edges. I'm hoping there's one just hanging out over here. There we go. One that we missed. Perfect. Look, I don't care who's telling the weather report. Right now, it's just spamming me. And that's not good. There's this. Put that in there. Need 2 more of those. We need the 2 things that we fixed. So the machine bench still. Yes, 1 and 2. So let's see, we need copper wire, aluminum, steel screws. And 8 electronics. Just need our epoxy. Eight electronics. One wind turbine. Let's make sure that we have everything. We have to hook up the wind turbine to get it powered. A full can of biofuel to fuel the ship. We have to place the pieces that we fixed there. And that should be it. We're done. Cool. We did it in time. That's great. Now we just have to take this back there and put it in. Okay, give me the weather report for the desert, please. That's almost over. Alright, good. Let's grab our fire, grab that, grab a little bit of stuff to burn. So we can put those in a cave or something if we need it. We have our oxygen and water filled. We've got food. We've got hopefully enough arrows. We've got our electric tool to wire everything up. What am I missing? Got healing items. That's what I needed to do. We have an extra torch. This one's about to go out. We can make some more torches. But we're also missing one of these, so we need bones. Good thing we always have a steady supply of bones just laying around. I need that. And fiber, I believe. Fiber. There we go, 5 of those. We've got healing items, we've got ramps, we've got food for the MOA. Tea? I mean, I guess we could. We could look it up. Let's see, what is it? What does tea do for us? Gives you water when consumed, health regeneration, and plus the temperature. This gives us plus 10C and health regeneration. This does stamina and stamina regeneration and temperature. Hot chocolate does food consumption and temperature. And then these gorse flowers do water consumption and temperature. I think the water consumption one would be better. Gives you wings. I think this one would be better so that way, because we're not going to have our water equipped. And the less we have to drink, the better. So we'll go outside and get some yellow flowers. It's not very much. How much is it? 40. Oh, that won't be too bad. I mean, the coffee only gives stamina and stamina regeneration. I'd rather have the water consumption just specifically for this mission. Actually, we don't have our good healing backpack, so why not get the health regeneration from the tea? We'll be fine without the water consumption. Yeah, tea. I think tea's gonna do it instead. Let's grab this and some sticks. Make up some more torches. Oh. Pooh Bear, you just don't learn. No picnic baskets for you. T-bush. What do we get from this? Bam. 8. I know I've seen a bunch of tea out here. Here we go. Here's some. We're up to 22. We need one more bush. I heard you, Pooh Bear. Come on. Sorry, buddy. Not your day. Oh, I thought that was a tea thing for a second. Whoops. Ow. I think Yogi's been hiding all of them. I'm very greedy with them picnic baskets. I enjoyed that show when I was a kid, though. Used to wake up and watch all those Saturday morning cartoons. but I ended up quickly getting into more into like X-Men and Ninja Turtles and things like that. Oh yeah, Marvel stuff was really good back in the day. Heaven the Murgatroyd, yeah. Oh, you got your Flintstones, you got your Pink Panther back in the day, you got your DuckTales, and even like Ghostbusters was a lot of fun. What else? What other old ones were out there that I used to enjoy? Like even watching like Looney Tunes and stuff. Your Bugs Bunny and your Yosemite Sam, Porky, and all those. And before that, it was like Muppets, Fraggle Rock. You know, all those fun Muppets. Jeez, I'm old. I hate myself now. Put our water bottle. Will this make tea? Or no? No, we can't use this to make tea. Didn't think so. But easy enough to make a canteen. Oh, we need cured leather to make a canteen? Okay. And we can't make it in this. Nope. That's not a thing. We're not doing that. Meep meep, yeah, Roadrunner. Yeah. Absolutely enjoyed Roadrunner. I think we have everything. I want to go over this one more time. So we need to charge it with electricity. We've got this for it, and we've got this. We need to place the two pieces in there. There's these. And we need a full can of biofuel, which is that. And then that's it. I'm assuming we're going to get attacked while we're doing it. Maybe we will make a little bit more arrows. I don't know. You know what? Give me some steel arrows. We'll use those just in case, because we don't need any other items. If we run out of flint, we'll switch to steel. Or iron, rather. Longhorn, Tasmanian Devil. What else did they have? Oh, it's killing me. What was his name? Foghorn Leghorn? The big rooster? And the mouse that everybody calls racist now, what was his name? What was his name? God, it's killing me. Oh, what was his name? The fast one. God, my brain is so bad. More signs of aging, that's what that is. You're racking my nerves. Speedy Gonzalez, that's right. There it is. Speedy Gonzalez. Thank you. I keep all my father's numbers for just such an occasion. Yeah. We're not gonna be able to do much until this storm ends, so we're just sort of waiting it out. Let's get off the bird so at least the wind isn't so loud. Actually, I think we need to go south and then across this way, so we're going the wrong way anyway. I was just blindly following the marker that I had placed and not the one that was actually there. And of course you got like your Tasmanian Devils and your Marvin Martians out there. Like cartoons back in the day were, I don't know, like they were so reserved compared to what's on TV nowadays, but at the same time, like they still had their, I don't know, they had their moments where like it felt worse than they are today. Just depends on which one you watched and when. Poe is the red one? I suppose so. Ren and Stimpy was a good show. I watched that way back in the day too. Used to watch that one a lot. Old school Simpsons were fun. The newer stuff is just meh. Reserved, but much more violent. Yeah. Very true. Let's just cut people in half and call it funny entertainment. Red was hilarious. I think they were both hilarious. Courage was good. A lot of those Cartoon Network things were decent back in the day. I still liked whenever Cartoon Network had like Toonami and they had their what was it called? They had their Adult Swim and things like that. But of course that went away, or maybe it hasn't. I haven't been really watching any of that stuff in a long time. Aqua Teens, they're my favorite. They're one of my favorites. I still go back and watch Aqua Teens, and every now and again I'll get a craving to go back and watch like Archer, and I just got done rewatching that, and then Futurama is another good one. Boomerang, the Boomerang was okay, but you're just talking about watching the like Captain Caveman and all that stuff. That good stuff, but I just, by the point when Boomerang was out there, I just really didn't watch it much. I haven't watched TV in years. Remember Tick? I actually watched the live-action Tick television show recently. I absolutely had fun with it. It's like watching. It's like a B movie, you know, like watching an independent film. but it's just bad enough to be good. Oh yeah, Futurama, remember? Yeah, Futurama is awesome. I enjoy Futurama. It's one of those movies that, like, I can't believe you liked that show. Like, I loved it. I think they even did like a remake of the live-action Tick series, and that one I didn't mind either. It's so corny. But I really enjoyed it. I still draw Futurama characters. I used to sit there and draw South Park characters and just hang them up in my room when I was younger. Like, South Park's been around for a long time. Okay, let's figure this out here. So, deploy. I don't know, we'll put the wind turbine here. And then this. Connect this. To that. And now that should be charging. Yeah, it says charging. And then we put this in there, and that in there. Okay. And now we just wait, I guess? I don't know. I guess we could go look around in caves and see if we can find exotics. And then, respect my authority. Exactly. Cartman and Stan and Kyle, Kenny. I used to draw a lot of Kenny stuff. Of course, that was back when Kenny was at his best. Before everybody's like, "Oh, you can't have these imaginary characters be killed all the time. What's wrong with you?" Like, it's a cartoon, man. You know how many times Bugs Bunny got shot with a shotgun? Like, come on, loosen up. that was the best part of every single episode. Just waiting for that typical line. Oh my god, they killed Kenny. Like that was the whole thing. Sylvester and Tweety, yeah. Yeah, I think that was one of my sister's favorites. Like, she had Tweety Bird everything. Of course, that was back in the day when they still had, what was it called? Like, Hot Topic and things like that. Those stores, you could go into those stores and get like lava lamps, and you could go in there and get yourself like big plushies from South Park and things like that. It's like a party store for but like teens. Oh, there's an exotic. Let's get our bird in here before it gets eaten. Woody woodpecker? Yeah, watch that. Are you poisoning us from through a wall? Alright, Moa, follow me. I don't want you to die. Come down here where it can't shoot you anymore. Stay there. Spencer's, yeah. Spencer's is one of those places as well that I would call pretty close to Hot Topic. It's like one of those stores where you just go in there to buy fads and stuff. I had fun with it. I had all kinds of lava lamps in my room and like strobe lights, and I was like a mad scientist when I grew up, because like I would have a bunch of... I had like one really generic boombox in my room, because obviously grew up poor and just never got out of that situation. But anyway, my town had a garbage picking day, which was basically spring cleaning, but they called it garbage picking day, my neighbors. And you could drive around and take like old dressers and things like that out of people's yards that they were trying to get rid of. And what me and my buddies would do was get like old speakers, and then you open up the old boombox, and then you would splice the wires and then hook up, and you'd have like these massive speakers hooked up to these little tiny stereos. Oh man, it was so stupid though. I got electrocuted a couple times. I would not recommend anybody, unless you're an electrician and certified, try that, because it was dumb. Yeah, basically dumpster diving, except usually if you're going dumpster diving, you're jumping into the back of like a convenience store's dumpster, and that's not what this was. It was just spring cleaning. It was a small town, and so the garbage trucks had extra room in them a lot of times, and in the spring they wouldn't charge people extra money to get rid of things that they just didn't need. Which, like, nowadays, if you have an old box spring or an old dresser that you don't need anymore, you have to pay the garbage people extra money so they can come out and take it. But this was just a nice little way for their little town to get rid of that extra waste. And so you know, there'd be just stuff everywhere for people to go and get if they wanted it. And a couple days before those garbage days was usually just like a town-wide like flea market. So you could go around to like a building, like everybody in the neighborhood's house, and just buy their old junk. So you'd just be swapping stuff. Like these poor little towns, yeah, you just be sharing things around. I got a lot of Nintendo games that way. Just going to people's homes and seeing what they wanted to get rid of. I got my first Zelda game that way. My first Final Fantasy game that way. Played this game called Destiny of an Empire back in the day that was really good. It's like an RPG, but instead of like the typical turn-based stuff, you would just hit go and these little guys would go from one side of the screen to the other and just collide with each other and start beating each other up with like this really bad animation. I don't see any exotics in this cave. We're up 14%, by the way. We're getting there. But we'll work our way out of the Arctic region and just try to find more exotics, send them up to space, and then come back once it's done. It seems like next week we will be able to jump back into the open world. We'll get some more stuff done on Prometheus, and hopefully they have the electronics, the batteries, and we'll be doing that. As a reminder, tomorrow we're going to be doing Pacific Drive, and I'm really looking forward to doing that. If you're not sure what that is, it's a survival game where instead of building a base, you're basically building a car, and you use that to get around, and you need it to keep you safe from all these weird anomalies that are happening throughout this like quarantine zone. It's pretty interesting. I really think you'll enjoy it if you go check it out. A lot of really good indie survival games have been coming out. The first part of this year and towards the end of last year, I'm really hoping we get some more good ones. There's also a couple games recently that have gotten some good updates that I'm looking forward to trying. That electricity's working real good. Sons of the Forest, I'm going to be putting on the channel here eventually. Because it just released in 1.0. I might do Small Lands. I'm struggling to try to get back into that game. I started a recording today because I want to finish it out. But I'm just so out of it. Playing multiplayer would probably be more fun, but the grind that they added into the game just isn't appealing to me. Does increasing power output? It might speed it up. bet it would, but I'm not necessarily in a hurry. The stream ends in less than 20 minutes anyway, so I'm just sort of looking for exotics and getting a little bit of extra stuff taken care of before next week's stream. So, not really worried about it either way. Let's turn off the light. That is such a deep crevice. Don't fall down there. No, I don't see any exotics here. We got a little bit of exotics at least. We should probably eat. $1900, so let's get, that sounded like a scorpion. Come, Moa. We shall retreat to the cave. Bam. That's not what I meant to do. This, that. Drop that, drop that, drop that. No, no, and no. You know what? Give me the copper and gold. We'll get rid of it if we need to, but for the time being, we'll just hold on to it. Activate that. Go ahead and sleep. Take a sip of water. Bam. Okay, Moa. Let's see if we can get you back up this ramp real quick. Perfect. Let me grab that back. And let's keep looking for caves on our way out to the Arctic region. Stay there, Moa. Let's see what we got. Nope. Oh. All right. Unstuck. I feel like Prometheus has more exotics in caves. It's probably also due to the fact that these are ice caves. Like, I feel like they're less frequently in ice caves. I don't know, maybe it's just the map in general. Anything on this ridge? Is that a cave below me here? Yes. Okay, we'll grab this cave too. I'm just enjoying hunting for caves and in no real hurry. It's pretty much what we're going to be doing until that thing gets charged. Nothing else down there. That's unfortunate. Okay, where am I? We're all the way down here. Well, I guess we can search some of these caves and then work our way back. Although, I guess we could take a trip through the desert and just circle back around and hopefully it'll be done by then. Actually, let's work our way back here. And if we see caves, we'll hit them. But I want to send the exotics we just got up into space. And then we'll probably call it from there. Yeah, I'm glad to finally have these done. Like, this is great. We'll probably log in next Sunday to play Icarus, and we'll leave the planet and see if there's any achievements or anything for fully completing the missions. I don't think there is any achievements, but I don't know. I feel achieved. Glad to finally have all those done. Didn't think I would ever finish those, especially with the open world being as good as it is. All those missions did definitely aid us in being able to get a bunch of equipment. Got us some money, got us some exotics. We have a bunch of reds and stuff to go get once we're back in the open world. We've got new tech to work with. The base isn't exactly in the best of condition, but it's not the worst either. So we'll probably upgrade that at some point. It'd be cool if they added some more building pieces into the game, but not expecting anything like that unless they add some more DLCs. And supposedly Icarus has been seeing some financial issues. Hopefully that's not the case. I would like to see the game continue to receive updates and things like that. Eventually, I'm sure it will go down. But when that will happen, who knows? Until then, I'm going to continue to enjoy Icarus. Anything behind this waterfall? No, but we can swim up it now with our MOA, which is kind of crazy. What happens if we swim all the way up this waterfall? Whee! It's so crazy. That's a little bit broken. Don't mind me, I'm just going to the top of a mountain. What's up here? Oh, I'm so gonna die trying to get off of this thing now. Like, wow, look at that view. That's really cool. When you doing Pacific Drive? Yeah, I forgot about the waterfall climbing update too. We're doing Pacific Drive tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, U.S. until 8 o'clock. If it goes really well, we might extend it. And my plan right now is to do it all every day of the week until Sunday when we do Icarus again. But plans change depending on how good things go. But I am really looking forward to getting some Pacific Drive on the channel. This is gonna be death. How do we get down from here? So far, so good. Up, up, up. Okay, good. I'm fairly certain this is deep enough, too. Splash. Excellent. We survived it. I completely forgot about the waterfall climbing thing. And I didn't think you could do it with an animal either. Buffalo go up waterfalls too? I'm assuming all of them would. Unfortunately, just the way that Icarus's physics work, and way the animals work, they pretty much all share the same physics, even if they have different animations. So, like, the physics of their jumping, all of them aren't great at. The physics of them swimming, none of them are good at. So, like, I'm fairly certain they could probably all climb a waterfall. I mean, we could test it in the open world or something at some point if you would like, and you can remember to remind me, but I can almost guarantee that it would work. It's a little goofy, but I'll allow it. Haha, you missed. see. Oh, that's a knife. That is not going to cut through rock. Let's see what this cave has in store for us. There's some platinum right off the bat. Oh, the Moa's hungry. Here you go, buddy. Eat up. Don't need all this. Let's drop that junk. Up. It's stuck. Nope. Okay, we're good. There's an exotic. Perfect. Got another 53 exotic points for doing this mission. I'll take it. I guess if we found a node, we could call down an extractor if we wanted to, while we waited for this thing to finish up. But I'm not too sure if we'd find any. We could do a scan. I guess we could start with a little bit of that next time, because it is exactly that time now. So what we're gonna do is just call it here and then finish up some more Icarus next week on Sunday, tomorrow's Pacific Drive. And I am looking forward to doing all of these fantastic things. We've been doing so well here on YouTube. Hopefully you'll consider hitting them likes and subs buttons before you go, because I'd love to hit 1K this year, if not higher. Should we never grow beyond this point, I'd still be absolutely thrilled to see you again for even more Icarus, or, you know, whatever survival games are out there. If you know of any games that you're in the survival genre that you might happen to know about, I may like to stream, let me know. But as always, thank you once again, and take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones, stay healthy out there, and I will see you on the next one. Bye everybody.